everyone, welcome to another episode on my YouTube channel. Today what we're going to be talking about is love. Now, I know last week I just talked about the 6 ways to celebrate love in your romantic relationships all year long, not just on Valentine's Day. And there was some time last week where after I did the video, I started to think about how we need to celebrate love in all kinds of our relationships. In fact, last year I did a video on the 6 different kinds of love that the Greeks identified. And so I was having a conversation with a friend, and it just got me thinking about how can we celebrate love, not just in the context of our romantic relationships, but also in all of our relationships. There's parental love, there's companionship or friendship love, there is romantic love, there's also self-love, which is really important, and spiritual love, and just how do we celebrate the love of life and the fact that we are living. And sometimes we even take that for granted. So I just wanted to take a few minutes and talk about that. So I've already identified the different kinds of love. In fact, I did a whole video about it. But, one of the things that I have often heard is that that the number one, I think it was in 2017, the number one question is, what is love? And so I think it's constantly on our mind. Like, what is love? How do we celebrate love? What kinds of love are there? And so Dr. Sue Johnson has a quote where she talks about what love is. And she basically says, secure love attachment is this constant process of turning in, turning away from, connecting, disconnecting, missing and misreading cues. It's a dance of meetings and partings, minute by minute and day by day. Now, that's not the exact quote, but that's part of the quote, which I absolutely love, because what she says is that in love, in secure love, in this attached love, that we are constantly turning in and turning away, or connecting and disconnecting, but it's the willingness to come together and dance, and I think we can do this with our friends, with our kids, with, our own parents, with our romantic partners, and just celebrating like how we choose to come together, and the times that we're apart, how we choose to kind of come back, to come back together. And so, there are going to be times we have this separateness, but even in our separateness, how are we still honoring the love that we might feel for our friend, romantic partner, kids, parents, whatever kind of relationship that you celebrate. So what are some other ways that we can kind of celebrate love? And first of all, I think remembering not to take things for granted. We don't know what tomorrow might bring. I'm not trying to sound morbid or anything like that, but I think it's important to acknowledge that what we have is right now. And it's good to have goals. It's good to have things to look forward to. But I also want you to remember, like, what you have that's right in front of you is also beautiful. And I get it. Sometimes what's right in front of you is struggle, is heartbreak, is loss. And, you might be saying, that's not beautiful at all, Monica. And I'm not trying to minimize any struggle that you might be feeling right now. However, what I will say is, how can you acknowledge your grief or loss or heartbreak, and also how can you approach it through the lens of love instead of through the lens of fear? When we can look at the things through the lens of love, we're more open, we're more patient with ourselves. Maybe we give ourselves more grace, or if we're in conflict with someone else, maybe we give them some more grace. There's more kindness. There's more understanding. If I'm afraid, what do? I put my guard up, I push away, I block, I maybe become a little bit more mean or disrespectful. So again, when we can celebrate life and remember not to take it for granted and look for the beautiful moments that are right in front of us, we're celebrating love, we're celebrating life, we're celebrating the importance of connection and the things that are right in front of us. I often tell people that one of the ways that we can make it through some of our most deepest struggles is to not only acknowledge those emotions, but also find joy, find meaning, even in the midst of our sorrow or struggle. You know, joy to me is connected to hope, and it's also connected to love. And so when we can create that sense of aliveness or that sense of joy, even in small little things, we naturally feel better. When we close off, when we stay afraid, when we stay stuck, or we try to stuff our sadness because we're trying to make things look perfect, we take away our joy. And remember a quote I've said in many other videos, comparison is the death of joy. We thrive not only in secure love, attachment, and connection, but we also thrive when we think about joy. Now, the thing about joy is we also have to remember that we are going to experience sadness too. So we can't have one without the other, right? All of our emotions are part of who we are and makes us up, all of our emotions make us who we are. And we have to honor and celebrate all of them. And we can still do that through the lens of love. Kindness and appreciation. So just like, I'm telling you not to take things for granted and to look at what's right in front of you. Appreciation and kindness and gratitude. Those are another way that we celebrate love and love relationships. Again, even with yourself. What do you appreciate about yourself? How are you kind to yourself? And how are you kind to others? And so I think those are some key components. What do you appreciate about the people that are in your life that you love, no matter what kind of love relationship that it is? And do you tell them? What are you grateful for? All of these things are ways that you can celebrate love in your life through kindness, through appreciation, through acknowledging the beautiful moments, through communicating what you appreciate, communicating kindness, through honoring all the range of your emotions, even in relationship with others, through, loving yourself first and acknowledging that I love myself. I say all the time, I am lovable, loving, and loved. I am enough, I am worthy, and I'm of value. And recognizing that when I can love myself, I also show up in all of my relationships in different ways. I show up as a better mom, as a better partner, as a better friend, So, how do we celebrate love? How do we live life and celebrate life? Looking at it through the lens of love and also looking at it through the lens of connection and that secure love attachment. So guys, no matter where you're at in life and your relationships, your relationship with self is number one. And if you're of faith, your relationship with God or that higher power is also really important, which is agape love. It's another kind of love. I also think so. Agape love, there's the self-love, parental love, or familial love, there's companionship love, and there's romantic love. There's all kinds of love, and I also throw in there the love of life, even when things aren't going so great. How can we learn from and appreciate our struggles? So I think, what I want you to remember is life is about living it, and we are going to hit hardships, we are going to hit heartbreak, and self-love is believing and knowing that you're going to make it through. And I guess the thing that I want you to take from this video is remember to celebrate love and to celebrate life. Don't take it for granted. Find appreciation, live in kindness, and let those people around you that you do love and that you do care for know how much you care for them. So, celebrate love, celebrate life. All right, guys, thank you for watching my video today. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for weekly updates all about relationships and mental health. Have a great day.